The day I checked my college fund, I expected to see $70,000 waiting for my future. Instead, I found just $143 and discovered my own sister had stolen everything. I was 16 years old when I first learned what it felt like to have your future stolen by someone you loved. My name is Emma, and growing up, my younger sister Olivia was always my parents' favorite. If Olivia wanted a new phone, she got it. If Olivia wanted expensive clothes, my parents found the money. If I needed something, I was told to wait. I tried not to be bitter about it. I told myself that life wasn't always fair. But I never imagined how far their favoritism would go. For years, my grandparents secretly helped build a college fund for me. They knew my dream was to become a doctor. Every birthday and Christmas, they deposited money into a savings account created specifically for my education. By the time I graduated high school, the account held nearly $70,000. It wasn't enough for medical school, but it was enough to get me started. I felt like my future was finally within reach. Then everything disappeared. A month before I was supposed to start college, I visited the bank to check the balance. The account was nearly empty. At first, I thought there had been a mistake. My hands shook as I asked the bank employee to print the transaction history. I stared at the paper. Withdrawal after withdrawal. Thousands of dollars at a time. The money had been taken over several months. I felt sick. I rushed home and confronted my parents. My mother looked nervous. My father wouldn't meet my eyes. Then Olivia walked into the kitchen carrying designer shopping bags. Suddenly, everything made sense. What happened to my college fund? I asked. Silence. Then my mother finally spoke. Olivia needed help. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Help with what? My sister rolled her eyes. I started a fashion business. A fashion business? I repeated. You stole my college money for a business? It wasn't stealing, Olivia said. We're family. I looked at my parents. You let her take it? My father sighed. We thought she'd pay it back. But she didn't. Nobody answered. Because there was no answer. The business had already failed. The money was gone. Every dollar. My dreams vanished in a single conversation. That night I cried harder than I ever had before. Not because of the money. Because my own family had chosen my sister over me. Again. A week later, I packed my bags and left. I took student loans. Worked night shifts. Waited tables. Cleaned offices. Studied until 2 in the morning. While other students spent weekends partying, I worked. Every success I achieved came with sacrifice. Meanwhile, Olivia continued living at home. Whenever she got into trouble, my parents rescued her. Car payment? They paid it. Credit card debt? They paid it. Failed business? They paid it. Failed relationship? They let her move back in. Years passed. I graduated. Then medical school. Then residency. It wasn't easy. There were nights I slept in my car between shifts because I was too exhausted to drive home. But eventually, I became a doctor. A successful one. I bought a house. Paid off my student loans. Built a life. Without my family. During those 15 years, contact became almost non-existent. Occasionally, my mother would call. Usually because Olivia needed something. I always said no. Then one rainy Thursday afternoon, my phone rang. It was my father. I almost didn't answer. Emma, he said quietly. His voice sounded older. Weaker. We need help. Those 4 words told me everything. After 15 years, they finally remembered I existed. I drove to my parents' house that weekend. The place looked different. Older. Neglected. Inside, I found Olivia sitting at the dining room table. She looked exhausted. Gone were the designer handbags and expensive clothes. My mother's eyes were red from crying. My father looked embarrassed. Finally, he explained. Olivia's husband had left her. Their business had collapsed. They were drowning in debt. The bank was preparing to foreclose on their home. They needed $80,000. Then came the part that stunned me. My parents expected me to provide it. After all these years. After everything. They wanted me to save Olivia again. My sister couldn't even look at me. Finally, she whispered, "I'm sorry." I waited. 15 years of anger sat between us. I'm sorry about the college fund. The room fell silent. For the first time in my life, Olivia looked genuinely ashamed. Tears filled her eyes. I ruined your future. I laughed softly. No. Everyone looked confused. You didn't ruin my future. I looked around the room. You just made it harder. Another silence. Then I continued. My future happened anyway. My mother began crying. My father lowered his head. Olivia covered her face. For years I had imagined this moment. I thought it would feel satisfying. I thought I'd enjoy watching karma work. Instead, I felt tired. Just tired. Because carrying anger for 15 years is exhausting. Finally, I asked one question. Do you know how much money was in that account? Olivia nodded. $70,000. And do you know how much student loan debt I graduated with? She shook her head. $210,000. Her face turned pale. I wasn't trying to hurt her. I simply wanted her to understand. For the first time. Really understand. Then I stood up. Everyone watched me. Waiting. Hoping. Wondering. I reached into my purse. Pulled out a folder. Inside was a cashier's check. $80,000. My mother's mouth fell open. My father looked stunned. Olivia started crying. But before anyone could celebrate, I placed one condition on the table. This is not a gift. The room froze. It is a loan. I looked directly at Olivia. You will repay every dollar. She nodded immediately. Okay. No excuses. Okay. No family pressure. Okay. And one more thing. She swallowed hard. What? You'll volunteer every weekend at the Community Scholarship Foundation I support. She looked confused. Why? I smiled. Because every student deserves the opportunity that was taken from me. Olivia burst into tears. Real tears. The kind that come from regret. Not self-pity. That day changed everything. Not because I gave them money. Because for the first time, accountability entered our family. Over the next 5 years, Olivia kept her promise. She worked. She paid me back. Every dollar. She volunteered. She helped students apply for scholarships. And slowly, something unexpected happened. She became a better person. So did my parents. Today, our relationship isn't perfect. Some scars never completely disappear. But forgiveness isn't about pretending the past didn't happen. It's about refusing to let the past control your future. 15 years after my sister stole my college fund, she finally gave me something far more valuable than money. She gave me the apology I had waited half my life to hear. And surprisingly, that was worth more than $70,000.